Miss J. Hunter Dunn, Miss J. Hunter Dunn, furnished and burnished by Aldershot sun. What strenuous singles we played after tea, we in the tournament, you against me. Love 30, love 40, oh, weakness of joy, the speed of a swallow, the grace of a boy. With carefulest carelessness gaily you won. I am weak from your loveliness, Joan Hunter Dunn. Miss Joan Hunter Dunn, Miss Joan Hunter Dunn, how mad I am, sad I am, glad that you won. The warm-handled racket is back in its press, but my shock-headed victor, she loves me no less. Her father's euonymus shines as we walk, and swing past the summer-house buried in talk, and cool the veranda that welcomes us in, to the 6 o'clock news and a lime juice and gin. The scent of the conifers, sound of the bath, the view from my bedroom of moss-dappled path, as I struggle with double-end evening tie, for we dance at the golf club, my victor and I. On the floor of her bedroom lie blazer and shorts, and the cream-coloured walls are betrothed with sports, and westering questioning settles the sun on your low-leaded window, Miss Joan Hunter Dunn. The hillman is waiting, the lights in the hall, the pictures of Egypt are bright on the wall. My sweet, I am standing beside the oak stair, and there on the landings the light of your hair. By roads not adopted, by woodlanded ways, she drove to the club in the late summer haze. Into 9 o'clock Camberley, heavy with bells, and mushroomy, pine-woody, evergreen smells. Miss Joan Hunter Dunn, Miss Joan Hunter Dunn. I can hear from the car park the dance has begun. Oh, full Surrey twilight, importunate band. Oh, strongly adorable tennis girl's hand. Around us are Rovers and Austins afar. Above us, the intimate roof of the car. And here on my right is the girl of my choice, with the tilt of her nose and the chime of her voice, and the scent of her wrap and the words never said, and the ominous, ominous dancing ahead. We sat in the car park till 20 to 1, and now I'm engaged to Miss Joan Hunter Dunn.
Bloody Christmas here again. Let us raise a loving cup. Peace on earth, goodwill to men, and make them do the washing up.
There was a young lady of Kent who said she knew what it meant when men asked her to dine, gave her cocktails and wine. She knew what it meant. But she went.
I'm a maiden who is 40, and a maiden I shall stay. There are some who call me haughty, but I care not what they say. I was running the tombola at our church bazaar today, and doing it with gusto, in my usual jolly way, when suddenly, I knew not why, there came a funny feeling of something crawling up my face. I nearly hit the ceiling. A mouse, I thought. How foul! How mean! How exquisitely tickly! Quite soon I knew I'm going to scream. I've got to catch it quickly. I made a grab. I caught the mouse. Now right inside my knickers. A mouse! My foot! It was a hand! Great Scott! It was the vicar's.
We're 6 dirty little choir boys with really frightful minds. We scream and shout and rush about and pinch our friends' behinds. Nobody could admire boys with dirty hands and knees, but the countryside rejoices at our sweet soprano voices. So we do what we damn well please.
Lady, lady, should you meet one whose ways are all discreet, one who murmurs that his wife is the lodestar of his life, one who keeps assuring you that he never was untrue, never loved another one, lady, lady, better run.
I've a beau, his name is Jim. He loves me and I love him. But he tells me I'm too prim. That means I'm too slow. I let him rant, I let him rave, I let him muss my permanent wave. But when he says, "Let's misbehave," my reply is no. It's not 'cause I wouldn't, it's not 'cause I shouldn't, and Lord knows it's not 'cause I couldn't. It's simply because I'm the laziest gal in town. My poor heart is achin' to bring home the bacon, and if I'm alone and forsaken, it's simply because I'm the laziest gal in town. Though I'm more than willing to learn how these gals get money to burn, every proposition I turn down, way down. It's not 'cause I wouldn't, it's not 'cause I shouldn't, and you know it's not 'cause I couldn't. It's simply because I'm the laziest gal in town.
I wish I loved the human race. I wish I loved its silly face. I wish I loved the way it walks. I wish I loved the way it talks. And when I'm introduced to one, I wish I thought, what jolly fun.
"Will you walk into my parlour?" said the spider to the fly. "'Tis the prettiest little parlour that ever you did spy. The way into my parlour is up a winding stair, and I have many curious things to show you when you're there."
"Oh, no, no," said the little fly. "To ask me is in vain, for who goes up your winding stair can ne'er come down again."
"I'm sure you must be weary, dear, with soaring up so high. Will you rest upon my little bed?" said the spider to the fly. "There are pretty curtains drawn around, the sheets are fine and thin, and if you'd like to rest a while, I'll snugly tuck you in."
"Oh, no, no," said the little fly, "for I have often heard it said, they never, never wake again who sleep upon your bed."
"Sweet creature," said the spider, "you're witty and you're wise. How handsome are your gauzy wings! How brilliant are your eyes! I have a little looking-glass upon my parlour shelf. If you'll step in a moment, dear, you shall behold yourself."
"Thank you, gentle sir," she said, "for what you're pleased to say, and bidding you good morning now, I'll call another day."
The spider turned him round about, and went into his den, for well he knew the silly fly would soon come back again. So he wove a subtle web in a little corner sly, and set his table ready to dine upon the fly. Then he came out to his door again, and merrily did sing, "Come hither, hither, pretty fly, with a pearl and silver wing. Your robes are green and purple, there's a crest upon your head, your eyes are like the diamond bright, but mine are dull as lead." Alas, alas, how very soon this silly little fly, hearing his wily flattering words, came slowly flitting by. With buzzing wings she hung aloft, then near and nearer drew, thinking only of her brilliant eyes and green and purple hue, thinking only of her crested head, poor foolish thing. At last up jumped the cunning spider, and fiercely held her fast. He dragged her up his winding stair into his dismal den, within his little parlour. But she ne'er came out again.
In a dear little village, remote and obscure, a beautiful maiden resided. As to whether or not her intentions were pure, opinion was sharply divided. She loved to lie out 'neath the darkening sky and allow the soft breeze to entrance her. She whispered her dreams to the birds flying by, but seldom received any answer. Over the field and along the lane, gentle Alice would love to stray. When it came to the end of the day, she would wander away unheeding. Dreaming her innocent dreams she strolled, quite unaffected by heat or cold. Frequently freckled or soaked with rain, Alice was out in the lane. Whom she met there, every day there, was a question answered by none. But she'd get there, and she'd stay there, till whatever she did was undoubtedly done. Over the field and along the lane, when her parents had called in vain, sadly, sorrowfully they'd complain, "Alice is at it again." Though that dear little village, surrounded by trees, had neither a school nor a college, gentle Alice acquired from the birds and the bees some exceedingly practical knowledge. The curious secrets that nature revealed she refused to allow to upset her. But she thought, when observing the beasts of the field, that things might have been organized better. Over the field and along the lane, gentle Alice on a summer's day met a man who was driving a dray, and he whisked her away to London. Then, after a many year had passed, Alice returned to her home at last, wearing some pearls and a velvet train, bearing a case of champagne. They received her fairly coldly, but when the wine had lifted blight, they believed her when she boldly said the Salvation Army had shown her the light. When she had left by the evening train, both her parents in grief and pain murmured brokenly, "More champagne, Alice is at it again." Over the field and along the lane, gentle Alice would wake up and take up her stand. The road was not exactly arterial, but it led to a town nearby where a lot of masculine material caught her roving eye. She was ready to hitchhike, Cadillac or motorbike. She wasn't proud or choosy. All she was aiming to be was a prinked-up, minked-up, fly-by-night floozy. When old Rajahs gave her pearls as large as nuts on a chestnut tree, all she said was, "Fiddle-dee-dee, the wages of sin will be the death of me." Over the field and along the lane, gentle Alice's parents would wait hand in hand. Her dear old white-headed mother, wistfully sipping champagne, said, "We've spoiled our child, spared the rod. Open up the caviar and say, 'Thank God, we've got no cause to complain.' Alice is at it, Alice is at it, Alice is at it again."
Winter is here with his grouch, the time when you sneeze and you slouch. You can't take your women canoeing or swimming, but a lot can be done on a couch.